So he's in the news.
Yeah, but for
What happened?
Not for
rapping.
What happened? You know what happened.
I know what happened. Okay, so basically what had happened was
So you got win.
so essentially there were some allegations thrown to him in regards to spousal abuse. So he assaulted his wife or girlfriend. I'm not sure what the marital situation is as of right now. Let's call it that, baby mama, Emily B of Love and Hip Hop fame. And there was a report saying that she had her front tooth punched out, basically, and she got hit in the face about 7 times by him. So this is all alleged reporting, so we didn't know for sure, but of course we're all shocked. But then, on top of that, there was a video that came out with Fabolous, and he was in the company of Emily B, her father, and then I guess a bodyguard of some sort, basically, and they're just chatting back and forth. And the reason why they're kind of going through that, back and forth exchange is because she called Emily B, she called her father and someone else to come to the house to take out all the guns because she felt as if Fabolous was going to use at least one of those guns on her. And so there's a lot of verbal exchange going back and forth. Fabolous has a pair of scissors in his hand, kind of pointing it a bit violently, talking about, I got a bullet with your name on it towards the father of Emily B. So he's just talking reckless. You can hear a child in the background screaming and crying. And anytime, he had
a pair of scissors.
Yes. And whenever he pointed his attention
He wasn't making paper mache.
No, he was not. And every time he was pointing his attention towards Emily B, she would scream and cry and run away as if she's had already been through this before to a certain extent. So I'm looking at this and I'm just like, we still don't know all the facts, but right now, it's not looking good for Fab. No. He looks like the guilty one. No. Unless if there's some sort of amazing context behind saying you got a bullet with his name on it.
But he's a battle rapper, right? We discussed this earlier. Can he not use that as a defense?
No, because
that's how I talk on record.
Because rappers tell them all the time on record.
It was talking with their father, not another rapper.
Yeah. Unless if the father got a mixtape out that we don't know about.
The father went and took his guns.
They already have a history of domestic violence.
Right.
He's been doing that before. So this is
today he posted on Snapchat. Sometimes it's best to just be quiet and let God show people.
Yeah.
No. How do you guys feel?
I mean, he had a concert the night after.
God managed to get Johnny Cochran on this one.
The night after all that happened, he had a concert and people were giving him cheers.
Yeah, not because what he did.
I saw the video.
But not for what he did.
Not for what he did. They were giving him support or whatever.
But do they know what happened, though?
Fabulous's rhymes.
But do they know what happened, though? That's the thing. Because they can just be clapping because they appreciate the show they put on.
Or they're just appreciating the music. Like, remember when R. Kelly got in all of his stuff, right?
Yeah, the PA.
Remember how everybody went? The man every time the guy got in trouble, it was like he sold another album.
Exactly.
Like, his PR ratings went sky roof from that. I mean, it's kind of the same thing with Fabolous right now. Just kind of got him back up in the scene a little bit, no?
For the wrong reasons. But, especially in this day and age with the whole Me Too.
There's no such thing as bad publicity.
With the whole Me Too movement thing, I don't know.
Are you suggesting it was planned?
I'm not trying to say that. I really hope not. That would be horrible. Like, he wanted to give her a matching tooth or something. That's
oh, my God.
That was poor taste, too. I apologize. Please, nobody write any bad comments for that one. But,
I think Fab just fell into he thinks he's a gangster now. Like, he runs with a rough set of guys. These guys have been causing havoc in New York City for years. Fabolous has never been implicated in any of it.
I give that
now
to some young cat that just got here.
Yeah,
right.
But look at the way Fabolous dresses, like he's 20 years old.
When you're out there and you're in a public life for as long as he's been, there's just certain things you got to understand.
Almost 20 years.
You do and you don't do. Yeah. And that's just, I don't care who
but isn't losing your temper a natural? Like, first of all, let me be clear. I am not condoning violence against women at all.
Sure.
Right.
I don't support that shit ever. Right? But isn't losing your temper and saying some dumb shit like a natural thing we all do?
Yeah, but it's another thing when you have what looks to be a weapon in your hand as well.
That's a problem.
When you've already been.
I don't know where he got the scissors though. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's odd.
Edward Scissorhands in his hands came with it. It's so wrong. You don't point that in nobody's face. Like.
But the thing is,
I think we're talking more than just losing your temper here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, because this is following your arrest and other alleged cases.
Actually, no. We're talking about the video that surfaced.
Right.
And he lost his temper.
Wasn't that after
Mans
the arrest?
went to his house and took his shit.
Yeah.
He came home and said, "What the fuck are you guys doing taking my shit?" And he lost his temper. I'm not saying what he said was right.
Okay.
All I'm saying, you guys are saying, no, we're talking about more than that. No, we're not. We're talking about him losing his temper,
Right.
On the
saying
video.
shit that he shouldn't have said.
But he-
But
Right.
when
he
you
hit
lose
her
your
before
temper, you
that.
do that.
Right, but when you add that to the context of the entire situation,
Right.
then it just looks bad on him as well. Because of course, losing your temper is a human emotion. We all go through. We all done it before. But it just doesn't look good on your
You're right.
resume,
And it,
so
it
to
draws
speak.
attention
And
to
it's
your
not
resume because I
isolated.
didn't know. I didn't know he had issues and beat his wife before, but now I
Right.
do.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, you drop down in the ranks as far as
Right.
It's
It just
not
adds to the
easy.
complexity of the
Absolutely.
story, basically.
You're a celebrity. You can't live on the same status quo as everybody else. You gotta learn to hold your temper better. Like, just imagine you got an temper tantrum.
Yeah, but
every time
everybody
they
that
don't give you a
says
Juno or
that is
something.
not a celebrity.
But you know what?
Until after the fact.
I know it's true.
Right?
I
Like
never lived this
everybody,
life, but still.
everybody condemns a celebrity. You need to control your temper. You need to act proper, and you're in the public eye. That's great, but you're not. So for you to say that to them, that's easy. But until you are in that public eye and realize, oh shit, because it always happens after the fact. Everybody's like, you know what? I acted irrationally. I shouldn't have done that. It's always after the fact. It's easy for us to sit here and judge a man and say, you shouldn't have done that. Of course you shouldn't have done that. But let's.
But
go
I
beyond
don't
that.
I don't think anyone's getting mad at him for losing his temper though. I think it was what he was saying, following what we've heard about thus far as this case goes, as well as the fact that he's pointing a weapon at the people he's yelling at and making incendiary threats. Like he got arrested on terroristic threats, basically. Right? So it's just like you have all this happening on you right now, and you're still doing this on video. Like that's not a good look. Like there has to be some culpability on your part when you know that all this is going on. You don't have you and your mandem or anything like that to kind of cover up your sticky situation, so to speak. But at the end,
Damn, fat
exactly,
motherfucker.
right?
You got
Like,
this one.
it looks bad on him right
Yo,
now.
there goes my paycheck.
But ultimately, does he have a career after this?
Exactly. How does he bounce
I
back?
think he does. Because Fab,
Yeah.
he's not, his fans aren't 14-year-old little white boys.
Right.
Sure.
These are grown people.
Yeah, and
that
people have
still
grown up with
love-
him.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
he still has a career after whatever time he gets.
So he's got a concert coming up in Toronto with Jada Kiss.
I don't think he's
You guys
getting
wanna
across the
take
board.
bets? Is he gonna?
He may not get across the border because we have strict laws of like.
Yeah,
So
of,
should
like-
the consumer be buying tickets to this event? What is the promoter thinking?
Well, so here's the thing, and like I've been on record to say this before, like you can't judge somebody's music based on their personality. I feel like their music and who they are as a person are two separate entities. Sure, their music can be an extension of who they are, but at the end of the day, you can't just say Fabolous is a bad rapper because he beat up his wife. Like that doesn't take away from his actual abilities as a performer, as a musician, whatever the case may be. So if people want to buy tickets to his show, despite what just happened, that's their choice because they're buying his ticket because they want to see Fabolous. They don't want to see the person behind Fabolous that did all that rah-rah stuff. So that's their choice as a consumer. They want to see a show. They may have been rocking with Fabolous
And from really, like what's been 2001. proven at this point? It's
Exactly.
allegations.
Nothing's been proven at this point.
Allegations.
It's all allegations at the point. Not trying to take anything away from Emily because I'm sure she's probably been through a lot. You know, not from this situation, but just her being with Fabolous, a celebrity in that regard, right? We're not taking anything away from her, not at all. But if there are people out there who want to spend their money to go see this guy perform, that's on them. We can't condemn people for that.
Right.
Right.
And again,
And it's a little ironic because his music is always about uplifting and celebrating women and the love for women as well. Because he's kind of like that hip hop and R&B, yeah, right. Like condoning gold digging and all that, but like it's very ironic because his music talks about that, just talking about
No,
uplifting
man,
women
you don't
in
know
general.
Funeral Fab.
No. Trust me, I know Funeral Fab. Don't worry, we've heard those mixtapes before. But I'm just saying, like from like a pop culture perspective, I mean, the first record we knew him to be on was the Superwoman record with Lil Mo back in 2001.
Right,
That was the first time we all got to know Fabolous on a larger level. Then we had Can't Let You Go. We had So Into You. We know him for that hip hop R&B collabo aspect, right? Just celebrating women. So it's very ironic and very perplexing that we catch him in this stuff. But at the end of the day, it shows you the difference between real life and rap in a sense.
right.
For sure.
Yeah.